how's it going, everyone? It's your boy J Key in Depth, and I'm back. All right, so guys, I hope you liked my new snippet intro. I surely enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. So about that, I really do hope you enjoyed it. I work very hard on my intros. I do everything handmade. I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, so if you don't like it, I don't want to hear about it. Don't comment on it. Okay, but if you did like it, leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you. All right, guys. I want to talk about Tower of God. If y'all don't know what Tower of God is, it's a animated series that's released exclusively on Crunchyroll. A little bit of backstory on Tower of God, how it was created and everything. It looks like it was written by a Korean, I believe, author named SIU. And I believe those are acronyms for his name, because if they had his whole name, I would not be able to pronounce it. I'm going to be really honest with you right about now. I wouldn't be able to pronounce it. Anyway, he started writing, I guess, can you call it a manga if it's not from Japan? Comic, manga, what have you. It branched out to webtoons, and he has like freaking chapters and episodes of basically material. So he's been writing for a few years. Okay, I believe all the way back since 2010. So he got some big body of work under him. But anyway, I digress. So back to the topic again. So Tower of God, the Crunchyroll exclusive. I started watching it. I watched episodes 1 through 6. Okay, I'm going to give you my take on it. And I'm for one of y'all, it may be some spoilers. I'm basically discussing about what's going on and what my thoughts on this anime. Okay, so that's basically what we're doing right now today. And I wanted to discuss with you guys. Tell me what you think. What are your opinions on it? And then we'll chop it up in the comment sections down below. Okay, so let's get this started. So the main character of Tower of God is Bam. What? Bam! No, that's his name. The main character's name is Bam. I don't know if it's I've seen it written a couple ways, BAAM and BAM, but it's Bam. In the webtoons, it was 25th Bam, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the main character. Okay, the whole shebang of what's going on is a Tower of God. People climb to the Tower of God. Once you reach the top, you can get anything. I guess essentially your wishes are being fulfilled, whether it be money, power, drugs and alcohol, whatever you desire, and you climb this tower, you're gonna get it. And I guess it's gonna be from this unknown deity, and it's gonna grant it from you. Okay, it could be anything in the world, apparently. So that's the whole concept, the main story focus from what I can see of what the series is about. But it starts off with the main character, which his name is Bam. Him and this girl, her name is Rachel, the blonde-haired girl. She basically, I guess he lost his memory somehow, but she basically found him in a tunnel, whatever. So as she found him, I guess they spent a few times, I don't know how long. It doesn't really show in the anime how long they actually spent together. I'm gonna say a few months, maybe years. But she is really the only thing that he remembers at the particular time when he did come conscious, and Rachel was the one there to help him through it, from what I can see. Okay. Also, Rachel wants to climb the tower to, I guess, see the sky, because she doesn't know what stars look like, and she wants to see the real world. Apparently the world she's living in is darkness, and she doesn't like that, and she wants to see fresh air and be amongst the stars, whatever that means, and whatever you want to interpret that to be. Okay, honestly, it's not sounding too good for what I'm standing. That's probably why when I watched the first episode and they were going through all this, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I can watch it. They were hyping it up on Crunchyroll, but after watching the first episode, I was like, man, I don't know if I can stick through this. It doesn't it wasn't really grasping me to continue to watch it, as you can see. So that was the whole premise. So she basically ditched Bam to go climb the tower. So Bam is like distraught because his whole being is like, I want to be with Rachel, my baby Rachel. He doesn't sound like that, so you can don't worry, he doesn't sound like that at all. Anyway, so Rachel leaves him and she goes climb the tower on his own. So he wants to see Rachel so bad that he gets teleported to the first level of the tower. Don't know how, but he did. And this, I guess, is an advisor, administrator guy. He looks like a cross between an alien rabbit and some Digimon character. But he basically tells him what's going on. He's on the first level and what he can do to climb the tower. He was asking him about Rachel, and he said he wasn't sure, but if you want to know what happens, anything your heart desired, if you just climb the tower, you can get anything your heart desired, including Rachel. So his premise, I'm going to see Rachel again. I'm going to climb this tower. Had to do a series of tests. He gets up there onto the next step. So basically, the tower is like challenges or tests that you take, and you have to pass each test and you proceed up the tower. So that's the premise of the anime thus far between episodes 1 and 6. And then the test actually is very structured by advisors and seers and everything within the tower, and they basically guide the people who are participating in the test to show them the rules and tell them how to proceed to the next level if they pass this particular test. And that's basically what's going on at this point. He meets a couple friends. Actually, I like his group of friends when it went to episode 2 and 3. Now, this would actually got me hooked. It wasn't really necessarily Bam or Rachel. It was actually the people that's around him. And these people are very interesting characters that are being introduced. First, we have this lizard. Can I call him a lizard? Yeah. Reptilian creature. And I believe his name is Rock. But the other people in the anime call him Gator. So I'm going to reference him as Gator. I'm not going to call him Oct all the time because that's hard. Basically, when SIU started writing this web comment, he could not think of a name to save his life. Okay, he's named these characters whatever he could do. He named Bam, he named the Gator Arc, and they made another friend. His name is Kung. So discard the names. You're never going to remember these people's names unless you're the main character. Okay, and I'm glad his name was the simplest one, which is Bam. Okay, so he meets his friend, which is Art, which is the reptilian. He also meets a friend, which is Kung, which is this blue-haired bisexual dude. And you'll see what I mean if you watch the anime. But anyway, they're real cool, and they're basically formed a group because of the rules and the challenge at that particular time at that level to proceed up the levels of tower. So I like those interactions between the anime and him, between these characters. They're really fluid. And then there's really actually got some mystery behind it because they got some secrets that they're really unveiling between each other and how they're not trustworthy and actually what's explaining what the world is. Because I'm really not, from right now all the way to episode 6, I really still don't know what the heck's going on, what type of world this tower is. I don't even know if it's a tower. This tower has freaking levels, but each level has like an open world. It has a citadel. It has a whole bunch of stuff in this tower. It kind of reminds you of Sword Art Online, the first one, when they had this tower, had to go up to different levels and it was a different world. It's kind of like that in a way of how to describe what the heck's going on with this particular tower. So don't expect to actually see this tower because it's huge, it's massive, okay? We don't know, it's just a world. It's not a tower, it's a world of such. Anyway, so they progress. And then, actually, I probably skipped this part. He met this lady. I guess she's a jihad or whatever. Yuri, I believe. Hold on, I'm telling you, man, these names. Yuri Jihad. And she's one of the many princesses of jihad who are supposed to be the ones who climb up the tower, whenever they can. They're basically gifted to beat this game to go up the tower. Okay, and it's supposed to be a many of them. I blank 12 or 20. I believe it's 12 or 20. I don't remember the numbers per se. I'll be honest with you. Okay, but I know it's a lot of them. Anyway, she meets Bam and likes how he presented himself and what he wants to do to climb up the tower. So she actually presented him with a weapon, which is this particular weapon. Is it a green apple? I believe that's what it's called, a green apple or something like that. And these weapons are specialized weapons that only the princesses can have. And they're basically have a spirit living in them from what I can see. And they grant this user powers from that. But Bam in particular does have some sort of power, but we don't know what it is yet because now it's developing. Now, I want to skip all the way up to the 6th episode, just because the 6th and 5th episode, just because they were doing a challenge, and this particular challenge was unique. It was a challenge that was created by the administrators or the rulers. I'm telling you, I'm having trouble remembering whose role is what. But anyway, they constructed this particular test out of continuity that if you pass this particular test, you'll automatically go up to the top floor. And so it's completely voluntary, and if you lose, you don't get disqualified from progressing forward. So it's a completely unique scenario. And I think they did this to show what actually streams and, of the different people who are actually there. And it was basically trying to weed people out, but it didn't work. But anyway, so Bam and his crew joined this particular test, and thus showed other particular characters, which is the other people who were competing. I'm telling you these names. We got Dorcia Jihad, which is another Jihad princess. We have Anak, which is a green lizard lady. She has a tail. I believe she's part of the lizard clan as well. And she's also a Jihad, and she has it out for Bam because he has a Jihad sacred green apple weapon. Okay, and so she wants to take the weapon. A whole bunch of altercation happens there. But the most interesting thing that happened that got revealed during those later end of the episodes, which was episode 5 and episode 6, was Rachel was there. Rachel, the whole girl that left him behind and went to go see the stars in the tower. So she left him, but she was there at that particular test and event. So when she was there at that particular test, she act like she didn't know Bam. Bam hurt. And then at the time they were doing the test, it was a combat. Let me explain what the test was. The test was them had to take a crown, and they had to guard the crown, but one of the teammates had to guard the crown and sit on the throne, and the other teams had to protect them, so everybody was attacking each other, and so on and so forth. Rachel actually came to the aid of Bam because Bam had the crown. She was sitting on the thing, but this really aggressive woman in a skin-tight suit was going at them. I'm talking about breaking teams down, and then she was going after Rachel, and then Bam saw that when she got hit in the freaking face, Rachel unveiled her, she had a, what's his name? Hood on. She had a hood on, so she unveiled her face, and then Bam went crazy, forfeit the game, because you can't leave the throne if you playing this game, otherwise you forfeit. So he forfeited, of course, tried to save her, got knocked back, but before doing that, he showed his true freaking powers for a second, and then the sword of spirit came out, gave him a kiss, and knocked him out. Yes, I know. Unless you watch this show, then you understand what the heck I'm saying. As you can see, and what I'm trying to say is, this show has depth and is getting interesting. And I'm going to continue to watch it. So, and I want to discuss it a little bit with you guys and tell me what you think. I'm upset with Rachel at this particular point because after the whole altercation and he was freaking knocked the heck out by this woman, even though he unleashed his power. And Rachel decided not to even talk to Bam. Even though Bam is doing all this, climbing the tower for Rachel. So I'm very displeased with Rachel. I believe she's to be selfish, cold-hearted woman, and I don't like Rachel. I don't think Rachel is good for Bam. I'm telling you right now, Rachel, no bueno for Bamo, okay? So I'm very upset about that. Tell me, guys, what do you think if you did watch the episode? Are you upset with Rachel as well? Or do you understand her circumstances, how she really wants to attain this goal and climb the tower and basically whatever with Bam? Because clearly she doesn't have the same feelings that Bam has for her. So anyway, tell me, guys, what you guys think. I hope you at least enjoyed the Tower of God. In all aspects. And I know you see the change of scenery here. I had some technical difficulties, but I got it right this time. Anyway, guys, see you in the next video. Later.